Assignment operators are pretty much the most common operators. An assignment operator assigns the value on the right to the operand on its left. Okay? So equal to is a simple assign operator. It assigns values from the right side operands to the left side operand. Plus and equal is an add and assignment operator. It adds the right operand to the left operand and assigns the result to the left operand. Minus and equal are subtraction and assignment operators. So it subtracts the right operand from the left operand and then assigns the result to the left operand. Asterisk and equal is a multiply and assignment operator. So it multiplies the right operand with the left operand and then assigns the result to the left operand. The forward slash and the equal is a divide and assignment operator. So it divides the left operand with the right operand and then assigns the result to the left operand. And that leaves us with the percent and equal. Now, it's a modulus and assignment operator. So it takes modulus using two operands and then assigns the result to the left operand. So I think that'll become clear with a few examples. So let's do up some examples with assignment operators. So go back to the exercise project and right-click on the operator package and then select New, Class. Specify the class name as assignment operator and then select the checkbox for the main method. Okay, so let's start to code. We're going to declare here three variables with the int type. So first, x and assign 20. Second, y and assign 15. And then last, z with initial value 0. Now let's assign x plus y to variable z. I know, some of you guys say z, but I say z. So this is a simple assignment operator. So let's print the result by using our print method. And we may run the program after all the operations. Now let's copy the code and change the code with z plus equals x. So now this is an add and assignment operator. It's the same as z equals z plus x. And now let's change the code with z plus equals x in the print method. Let's copy the code and change the code with z minus equals x. And then this is a subtract and assignment operator. So it's the same as z equals z minus x. Now we can change the code with z minus equals x in the print method. So let's copy the code again and change the code with z asterisk equals x. And now we have the multiply and assignment operator, which is the same as z equals z multiply x. And now we can change the code with z asterisk equals x in the print method. Now we'll copy the code again and change the code with z divide equals x. And now we have a divide and assignment operator. So it's the same as z equals z divide x. Now we can change the code with z divide equals x in the print method. Now let's copy the code and change the code with z percent and equals x. So now this is the modulus and assignment operator, and it's the same as z equals z percent x. Now we can change the code with z percent and equals x in the print method. Okay, so that's it. So let's run the code And you can see what happens right here in the console. X plus y equals 35, so the value of z is 35. The value of x is 20, and z equals z plus x equals 55. Z equals z minus x is 35. Z equals z multiply x is 700. Z equals z divided by x is 35. Z equals z percent x is 15. And that means that the remainder is 15. Good job. Unary operators. The unary operators require only one operand. They perform various operations such as incrementing and decrementing a value by 1, negating an expression, or inverting the value of a Boolean. So let's have a look at these operations. Plus. This is a unary plus operator. It's used for giving positive values. It's only used when deliberately converting a negative value to a positive. Minus. This is a unary minus operator. It's used for negating the values. Plus plus. This is an increment operator. So it increments a value by 1. Minus minus. This is a decrement operator. It decrements a value by 1. Exclamation mark. So this is a logical complement operator. It inverts the value of a Boolean. So why don't we do up some examples with unary operators? In the exercise project, right-click on the operator package and select New, Class, and specify the class name as unary operator, and select the checkbox for the main method. Okay, so let's start to code. Let's declare two variables. First, the number with double type, and assign 7.6. So second is check with Boolean type and assign true. So now in the first print method, we'll use a unary plus operator. So let's copy the print method by using the shortcut Control-Alt down arrow. And in the second print method, we can use unary minus as our operator. In the third print method, we'll use the increment operator. In the fourth print method, we can use the decrement operator. And in the last print method, we can use the logical complement operator. All right, so that looks right. So that's pretty much it. Let's run the code. And remember that the value of the number variable was 7.6. And as you see right here in the console, plus number equals 7.6, so there's no change. The minus number equals minus 7.6. It inverts the sign of the number variable. Plus plus number equals 8.6, so that increments the value by 1. Minus minus the number equals 7.6, so that decrements the value by 1. So not isCheck equals false. The first value of isCheck was true, and then it inverts the value of the Boolean. So in Java, we can also use plus plus and minus minus as operators for both prefix and suffix. However, there is a significant difference when using increment and decrement operators as prefix and suffix. So why don't I show you by an example? So why don't we declare the variable result with double type and assign 4.7 to it. In the first print method, we can use the increment operator as a prefix and then write result plus plus. In the second method, and we'll just write result. So in the third method, we'll use the increment operator as a suffix and write plus plus result. And in the last print method, we'll write only the result again. All right, so that's all. So let's run the code, and you see the result in the console. When the first print is executed, the original value is evaluated first. The result is increased only after that. So we got 4.7 as our output. So when the second print is executed, the increased value 5.7 is printed. However, when the third print is executed, the result is increased by 1 first before it's printed on the console. And then when the last print is executed, 6.7 is printed. Equality and relational operators. The equality and relational operators determine if one operand is greater than, less than, equal to, or not equal to another operand. So let's have a look at these operations. Equal, equal. This operator checks if the values of two operands are equal or not, and if yes, then the condition becomes true. Exclamation mark and equal. So this operator checks if the values of two operands are equal or not, and if the values are not equal, then the condition becomes true. Greater than sign. This operator checks if the value of the left operand is greater than the value of the right operand, and if yes, the condition becomes true. Less than sign. This operator checks if the value of the left operand is less than the value of the right operand, and if yes, the condition becomes true. Greater than or equal sign. This operator checks if the value of the left operand is greater than or equal to the value of the right operand, and if yes, then the condition becomes true. Less than or equal sign. This operator checks if the value of the left operand is less than or equal to the value of the right operand, and if yes, the condition becomes true. So I'll show you some examples with equality and relational operators. So go back to the exercise project and right-click on the operator package and select New Class. Specify the class name as Equality Relational Operator and select the checkbox for main method. Okay, so let's start to code. We'll declare two variables with the int type. First, A, and assign 2, second, B, and assign 5. In the first print method, we'll use the equal to operator, A equal to B. And let's copy the print method by using shortcut Control-Alt down arrow. And in the second print method, we'll use the not equal to operator. And in parentheses, A not equal to B. Now in the third print method, we can use the greater than operator, A greater than B. And in the fourth print method, we'll use greater than or equal to as our operator. A is greater than or equal to B. And in the fifth print method, we'll use the less than operator, A less than B. And in the last print method, we can use the less than or equal to operator, A less than or equal to B. All right, that's all. So let's run the code. And what do you see in the console? A equal to B is evaluated to be false. A not equal to B is evaluated to be true. A greater than B is evaluated to be false. A greater than or equal to B is evaluated to be false. A less than B is evaluated to be true. A less than or equal to B is evaluated to be true. So why don't we change the value of the variable with a 5? So now A equals 5 and B equals 5. And let's run the code again and compare our results. A equal to B is evaluated to be true. A not equal to B is evaluated to be false. A greater than B is evaluated to be false. A greater than or equal to B is evaluated to be true. A less than B, evaluated to be false. A less than or equal to B is evaluated to be true.